Friends, the government has done it again. They did it again. What did they do? They went ahead and they introduced a proposal to collect additional data, not only on immigrants, but now on U.S. citizens. They want more information. They want more ways of tracking people. And so in this video, I'm going to talk with you guys about the new proposed rule that the government issued today, September 11th, 2020, that would collect additional data on you guys. For those of you who are new to me, before I dive into it, as usual, welcome. I'm Latoya McBean Pompey, an immigration lawyer in New York, servicing clients all over the world, providing personal immigration services, not just services where you can run your application through a computer system or something like that and it's generated. No, we provide that personal touch and get to know our clients very well, those who are working with us on their case. Now, let's get into it, guys. The government has issued a proposed rule that would collect more data on people. And I'm going to take you into the proposed rule, and we're going to talk about some of the big parts of this rule and why it's so important. Now, the rule was published today in the Federal Register. It's called Collection and Use of Biometrics by U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. We're going to take a look at the summary. And we get a lot of information from the summary. And the summary says that they being DHS, the Department of Homeland Security, proposes that any applicant, petitioner, sponsor, beneficiary, or individual filing or associated with an immigration benefit or request, including U.S. citizens, must appear for biometrics collection without regard to age, unless DHS waives or exempts the biometric services or requirement. So this is new. What's new about this is the fact that U.S. citizens must now appear for biometrics services. So if you're petitioning for your spouse, your U.S. citizen man who is petitioning for your wife, you now have to go in and do your biometrics, your fingerprints plus more, because under this proposal, the government is looking to collect more data on you other than just doing the basic fingerprint. What else does it say? It says, second, DHS proposes to authorize biometric collection without regard to age upon arrest of an alien for purposes of processing, care, custody, and initiation of removal proceedings. Third, DHS proposes to define the term biometrics. Fourth, this rule proposes to increase the biometric modalities that DHS collects to include iris image, palm print, and voice print. Fifth, this rule proposes that DHS may request, require, or accept DNA test results which include a partial DNA profile to prove the existence of a claimed genetic relationship, and that DHS may use and store DNA test results for the relevant adjudications or to perform any other functions necessary for administering and enforcing immigration and naturalization laws. 6. This rule would modify how VAWA, the Violence Against Women Act, and trafficking victims, how those non-immigrant petitioners demonstrate good moral character. And then it also removes the presumption of good moral character for those who are under 14. And then lastly, it says DHS proposes to further clarify the purposes for which biometrics are collected from individuals filing for immigration applications or petitions to include criminal history and national security background checks, identity enrollment, verification and management, secure document production, and to administer and enforce the INA laws, immigration laws. And so folks have until October 13th, 2020, by which to submit comments about the new proposed rules. So let's talk about this for a moment here. This isn't going to be a very long video. So what this is basically saying is that DHS is expanding the role that it has been playing with respect to collecting data on people. They want a lot more data. They want hardcore data. They're not just going to use the data for background checks. It looks like they're going to use it for other management, data enrollment purposes and initiation purposes that we don't clearly understand, that I don't clearly understand yet what the purpose of the data will be. Yes, we understand that DNA connects people, right? Relationships, and DNA in immigration for immigration purposes has been around for a while. This is not new, but DNA is typically requested in cases where it's the father petitioning for a child that was born outside of outside of a marital relationship or something like that, to prove paternity. Right now, it seems like under this proposed rules, the government wants to expand on its capability to collect DNA samples on individuals, and the government is expanding its capability to collect data from petitioners, U.S. citizen petitioners, green card holder petitioners. Any petitioner under this proposal will need to submit data to the government unless the government waives that requirement. So you might be scratching your head and thinking, this sounds like it's going to be a huge data bank for the government. It will be. If this proposed rule is later enforced, it will be a very large data bank. And privacy professionals are up in arms right now saying, what the heck? What the heck? Government is trying to collect more information on people, including U.S. citizens. That is clearly overreach, clearly too big for the government, and they're very much opposed to this. So the government is rationalizing this. I didn't read all of that for you today in this video, but the government's rationale is plainly, listen, we want to be able to track people better. There's a lot of fraud in the system, and this will allow us to eliminate fraud easier, faster, catch people, connect the dots. Those who are who have a criminal background, certainly, who are, looking for an immigration benefit. This will allow us to better track those people and make a decision about whether we should grant the request for benefits or not. And, for those of you who are opposed to big government collecting data on people, we like to know that if you are collecting data on us, it should be narrowly used and narrowly collected. We don't want to know that the government knows everything about us. It knows things about us biologically, right? We don't like that feeling. At least I don't. And what else are you going to do with the information? Clarify that for us. We need to know. So guys, this is a proposed rule. It's going through the rule-making process. So this is not going to be an overnight change that happens here. Comments are open. The comment period is open. So I'll put the link below for those of you who are interested in commenting on this proposal. Then, it goes through a lengthier process of reviewing the comments and such. And then at the final end of the whole rulemaking process, final rules are put out there. How long this rulemaking process will take, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's going to take less than a year or not. Sometimes it's expedited in some cases if the arguments are very strong by the government. Other times it takes a long time. Look at public charge. Public charge took almost 2 years for that to be enforced. It took a very long time. This, however, may or may not take a long time. We'll see. I'll keep you guys posted. If you enjoy this content, give me a thumbs up below. Let me know your thoughts on whether you like the idea of government collecting more information on you, and U.S. citizens out there, let me know your thoughts as well. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, and share this video on WhatsApp and all over. Share it on Facebook, Twitter. You know what to do. Guys, I appreciate you, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.